welcome back to RC Fun and Games. I'm Ryan, as you all know, and today we are going to be continuing the upgrade series on the Axial AX24 XC-1, guys. This has been an awesome little rig. My son loves it, but I haven't really thrown that many upgrades at it. But I have got a lot lying around. I just got stuck in with all the Traxxas TRX4Ms and haven't really had time for this awesome little rig from Axial. But it's time we continue the upgrade series, so let's get this body off and let's have a look around this rig. So we have already done Emax servos, we've got brass steering links front and rear, brass knuckles. We also have hexes and aluminium rims with weights inside. So quite a few upgrades, and I believe the first upgrade I ever did was the 50-turn purple motor from Injora. So we know we've got a good setup to work from. Now we've got a few more upgrades lying around the house. Let's get stuck in. Let me show you guys exactly what I'm going to be doing to this awesome little rig and exactly how to fit all the upgrades, of course. Okay, and the upgrades we are going to be fitting is the 51mm double barrel shocks from Injora. We are also going to be fitting the high clearance links in stainless steel from Injora, the base or belly pan, and of course some hardened drive shafts. So let's get stuck into these upgrades and then get this little beast out for a little test. Okay, I'm going to start by removing the wheels. Okay, now that we've got the wheels off, I'm going to start by removing the two screws on the side so we can drop down the belly pan, and of course then we can install the new belly pan and so forward, all the links and everything else. So let's get this belly pan out. Okay, now that we've got to this stage, I'm going to open the high clearance links and assemble them all. I'll show you guys how to assemble one of them, and after that I'm just going to do the rest off camera. Okay, just to let you guys know, so this package here are for the tiny little links, okay? It's the one which provides all the angled ones, and then the individual packets will be for the long links. So let's start with the small ones. Okay, now moving on to the longer links. I can see why they kept everything in individual packets, as the balls are very different to the other ones that are in here. These are larger and they have no thread on the inside of these where the others have thread. So just pop these into here. Okay. These here, I've had to use a little pair of pliers. It is a little bit more difficult to push the ball into the actual joint. So And another thing I really appreciate from Injora is that every single time you buy parts for them, or you get extra screws, or they actually give you more hardware than you need to fit. So for example, we've already done 3, we've got our 4th one, and of course they always provide an extra one, and there's 2 extra ball joints to go inside the ends. So you know what, I always appreciate that kind of customer care. You never know if you damage something, if you break one of these, so it's always handy to have another one lying around. Anyway, once you're finished with all that, always handy to keep all the extra little pieces, because you never know when you're gonna need them. Let's start screwing these on. If I'm not mistaken, these are all the same size. There should be no difference on the lengths, so you can pick up any of them and just start screwing on. Okay, always try and get them to screw on as flush as you can. And as you guys can see, this is how it's supposed to look when you're finished, and they both are supposed to be in line. So I'm just going to do the other 3, and I'll be right back so we can change the shocks and start assembling. Okay, and now I'm going to move on to removing the shocks. So I'll remove the shock, then I'm going to start fitting the links, and then I'll put back the shocks. So let's get them off. Okay, now that we've got all the drive shafts on, I am going to start by removing the actual links on the rear. Okay, it's a bit tricky to get those little nuts on the back. I must say I'm not impressed with that design 100%. Definitely a lot harder to work on this than a normal SEX24 and definitely harder than a Traxxas TRX4M. But it's going together relatively good. It's nice to change everything to stainless steel screws. It's really needed. It just gives it a better look on the overall and also means that all the heads are not going to rust after putting your screwdriver or your Allen wrench to them. It's all going to be nice and clean and look good. So now that we've got all that done, we've got all our links together, we can start thinking about putting it all back together. So let's get our base plate so that we can get it all back together. I'm going to be getting that one out of the packet. Okay guys, and here's the belly pan. This is what it looks like. The machining does look awesome. Now let's see how easy it is to fit. Okay, make sure your drive shafts are in phase.
Yeah. Sorry, I was like, what is he trying to do?
Okay, I had to change the original hole where the link goes on over here. I have had to take it out of there and I've put it up here, or else the motor is catching the link and pushing it off the ball, not allowing for a nice free movement. So they've got this slot on the chassis here and I'm going to use that for the front axle. So first things first, let's just get it tight. See if I can get my nut on the back there. I don't think so. It doesn't really have much space behind that motor, so I am just going to leave it like that. I'm going to change the other side as well so they're equal, and we'll have to see from there if everything operates the way it's supposed to, even changing their location. Okay, now we're going to move on to the double barrel shocks. These are the 51mm from Injora. I am going to recommend that all the pieces that can join together, make sure you tighten them before you actually assemble it to the vehicle, or else you are going to end up having parts that come loose and you're going to lose springs and other things. So we're not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to start fitting the ball joints. So you need an O-ring on your ball joint. So you have your ball joint. Stick your little O-ring over the top. Okay. Okay, get it down to the bottom like that. Grab your shock. Put it through. And now repeat the process of fitting the O-ring over the top to hold it in place. Okay. Okay, let's get these shocks fitted. So let's see. Yeah, that goes in there, no problem. Seems to work. So let's get a screw in the top. Okay, I was running these hexes from Injora, but I had lots of trouble with them catching on the actual knuckles. I had to put a washer behind, had to do a few things for them to work okay, but I was not impressed. So I've got some of the others lying around. I went for some of these also from Injora. Okay. As you guys can see, I went for some spacers to try and get a bit more width on this guy. Okay, so I'm going to remove the washer I had on before, and I'm going to give them a go without the washer, but just like that. So let's see. Okay guys, as you can see, we finally got it all assembled. I've put those extended hexes, which has made it with a much wider stance as well. Looks awesome. The wheels no longer catch the body because of the extra wide hexes, so that's a gain. Articulation with these shocks, I must say, is crazy. Look, you've got the diff on the back down, and this is on maximum. It is all the way to flat, so I'm very impressed. The articulation is crazy. It's nice and smooth. So the only thing left to do is get out, let's go and test it on the trail, let's see what it's like. I wanted to say thank you very much guys for joining me on another video here on RC Fun and Games. I'm sorry for being so slow at producing videos at the moment, but my health has really not been well. But I'm gonna leave you guys with this video, and not long from now we will be doing the upgrades on the Traxxas TRX4M High Trail. I've got all the stuff in-house, it's just arrived today, so I am ready to do the upgrades. Let me know if you guys want to see step-by-step upgrades, or do you actually just want to see a full build on this rig. Let me know in the comments of this video, please. And for now, all I'm gonna say to you guys is get out, go and enjoy those RC cars, and I'll catch you all on the next video.